Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. This week I really just want to talk to the single ladies, especially the single ladies that feel like, okay, I've been patient, I've been waiting, but it looks like I'm already going into overtime. I'm getting older. Where am I gonna find this husband? This is just taking too long. And I just wanted to talk to you guys today. I want to encourage you and just encourage you and just give you ideas and tips of what should be happening and what you should be doing during this time. So the first thing that's really important is you need to be able to admit to yourself and present that to God, as in, a lot of times as ladies we are really worried about telling people or admitting that, okay, I'm just at a place where I really want to get married. Like, it almost then falls into that desperate woman cliche, and no one ever wants to be referred to as the desperate woman. So then we kind of go about like, oh no, when it's God's time, when it's God's will, then my husband's gonna come. But the thing is, you're not happy, and you're really feeling this thing boiling in you where you just feel like, oh gosh, like I really would love to meet someone. I really would love to be in a relationship. So you need to be able to admit that to yourself, and you need to take that to God and be like, God, listen, this is where I am now. I mean, I know you have your timing and but this is how I feel, and I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand if I'm still waiting or what needs to be happening. And you need to take that to God, because He is your Father, and you should have that open relationship where you can present yourself, present your problems to Him, and let Him know that, Lord, this is where I am. I just would really love to have a partner, and I would really love to get married. That's just where I am. And you're His child, and you should be able to have that relationship with Him. And God is a loving God. He's a loving Father. He will engage with you as long as you create the space for Him, you worship Him, you spend time in His presence and everything. He will engage with you. He will reveal His ideas. He will reveal His plans. The Bible talks about God doesn't do anything without revealing His plans to His people. But for Him to reveal His plans, you really need to be in a place where you're spending time in His presence, reading His word and all of these things, so He can actually speak to you. So you present that to God, and God will come back and He'll let you know. Most of the time it's just about spending time in God's presence, and God will reveal Himself to you. He'll reveal what you need to be doing during this time. A lot of times, when ladies are like, especially like when you're like, probably when you hit 30 and 30 up to your mid 30s, a lot of times women generally almost pause their lives to a certain extent, because they were expecting to be married by that age, and they find that they're not married. And then, this is the place where you're supposed to be buying property, traveling, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. And women don't do that because they feel like, no, I'm saving it to do it with my partner. No, I'm saving it to do it with my husband. No, I'm not gonna. But you can't pause your life while you're waiting for the husband to come, because you have to be busy. You need to keep yourself busy doing things that are productive, busy doing things that can build you up, so that when you are here, because you put your life on pause here. So that means you're saying to God that when you bring someone into my life, there should be someone who's here. But if you choose to improve yourself, you choose to invest in stuff, travel, buy property, buy a house, whatever it is that you need to do, then that means you're now here. So then that has to force God to bring someone in your life who's here, not here. You cannot pause your life and expect, you just cannot do that, because then you're going to find yourself being a 38-year-old that has nothing, that's never traveled, has nothing. You can't even go to movies. You don't even know what's showing these days, because you're scared to even go to movies. You're scared to explore restaurants by yourself. You think it's embarrassing. You need to be in a place where you are being productive, you're building your empire, you're finding your worth, you're finding what you want to do with yourself. Actually, by then you should at least have an idea what you want to do with yourself, all of those things. Because then when you do that, then you give God the idea of the level of the type of person that God is going to bring into your life. And when you do that, you're basically telling God that, look, God, I am willing to put in the work in myself so that you can bring me someone who's on my level or better. Because God is never going to bring you someone who is his prized jewel when you are not. So continue to work on yourself, continue to push and do, so you can bring that to God and be like, God, look, I've been doing all these things. I mean, so really, when that husband comes, he must be this, he must be this, he must have this, he must have that, because look, I've got it. So you are also on that level, and God can bring you someone who's on that level or better. But you cannot sit and just pause your life because you're waiting for this partner. And sometimes, in the waiting period, God just wants you to find who you are. God wants you to find yourself. God wants you to sort out your life. There's so many ladies out there whose lives are a mess. Their lives are jacked up. You don't even know if you're coming or going, but still you're believing God for a husband to come in that mess. God is not going to do that. You need to sort yourself out. You need to sort out your life. You need to cut ties with exes, stop the booty calls, stop the friends with benefits, stop these relationships with exes that can come in and out of your life when they feel like it. Just straighten your life, put your life together, know what your life is about. Then you'll be in a position where God can be like, wow, look, she's got her stuff together. I think she's ready now. Now I can bring her someone who's worthy. But if your life is a mess, you don't do anything positive, you don't even go out, like you are a church mouse, you don't do anything. And it's like, well, number one, where are you supposed to meet that person? Number two, you haven't built your personality, you haven't built your character, you haven't exposed yourself, you haven't, become more knowledgeable about life, about everything that goes on out there. You are not enjoying life. And if you're sitting there thinking that you're going to start enjoying life when someone comes into your life, then there's a lot that's flawed with your process, and you need to see what you can do about that. Because sometimes when God is not bringing someone into your life, sometimes he just wants you to look into your life. He wants you to get to a place where you're content with your life, where you're content with yourself. Like, when you want to be with someone in a relationship and you feel like you want to get married and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that something is broken in your life or something is not right in your life. It just means that would be a nice addition to your life that's already fully functional and that you have built. A life that you're content with and that you're happy with. You are a happy person on the inside. You're at peace. You're not looking for someone to come into your life and give you peace, or someone to come into your life and make you happy. It doesn't work like that. And sometimes God will be seeing you like that, and he's like, I can't bring someone into your life and you put that much of a burden on someone to make you happy. You can't expect someone else, I've seen this somewhere, you can't expect someone else to make you happy when you yourself don't know how to make yourself happy. So that's never going to work. And sometimes God will just sit back and be like, I'm just not going to get involved in this. This person needs to sort themselves out. So that's all I have to share for today. Is basically, if you're still single, you're looking at the years they're going by and stuff like that, don't stop your life. Keep trusting God. Keep believing in him. He's got the husband for you. He's got the husband for you. But don't stop living. Raise your bar. Raise your standards. Improve yourself. And God will be forced to bring someone who's on your level or better. Just don't stop living. So that's all I have to share for today.